Good morning and happy Monday, team. Welcome back to our daily live Market Outlook and also Gold and NQ Playbook. Welcome back, guys. Patrick, Maciej, welcome, team. Hope you guys had a great weekend.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, happy hangover from the Super Bowl. Good morning, team. Happy Money Monday. So I will say, let's jump in. So no excuses, no matter what was yesterday. So let's jump in directly into our charts for you.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think last week was a pretty crazy week. Of course, we were coming from the drop of silver and gold, and then of course we saw a big drop in the market, crypto, everything. A lot of things happen, earnings. But what's interesting and what we're going to go over today is really let's look at how positioning has changed since Friday and what to expect for today and for this week. And then, of course, we'll go over our metals with Maciej and then our Nasdaq and yes, SPX with Patrick. But the first thing is really we come to our screener right here and we look at our gamma screener and we want to see the highest change in gamma. This is the highest positive change in gamma. So what this shows us is really how positioning has changed compared to the previous day. So we are comparing the end of day Friday with the end of day Thursday, right? So the first thing that spikes my attention is SPY. We've seen an increase in positive gamma of about 2 billion here, and then we have high yield corporate bonds, SPX, IWM, of course, GLD, QQQ. So obviously this is important because it shows you how positioning has changed from one day to the other one. So to see how that changed, we can go into SPY, and we're still sitting in kind of like a negative gamma environment. Our option score is still kind of like on the bearish side, and we have a high volatility. But what the most interesting part is really how to compare our option matrix. So if we see the picture here, we're sitting at minus 200 million jacks right there. But we see a lot of green on different expiration. And what we can do is we can go back to the same picture on Thursday. And of course, on Thursday, we were zero on the option score, but the matrix looks completely different. So just look at the total exposure, just look at all the different expiration, and just look at how things have changed from one day to the other one. So understanding how positioning has completely shifted quite dramatically from Thursday to Friday at the end of the day is going to give us some good insights on what to expect this week. So I think that's the major point. Always remember, SPY is a tool that follows the market, but is also an asset, an ETF used by longer term investors to take bets or take exposure to the stock market. So always think about who is the customer of this asset compared to, for example, SPX or NDX, QQQ, and so on. So we can see the same picture on SPX. So we see some divergence on SPX. So on SPX, we are in a positive gamma environment and we're sitting at a high momentum score and a neutral option score. And of course, we can also look at the matrix right here and we can go and compare it with the previous day to see how things have changed over the course of the day. So as you can see, we were in a negative gamma environment on Thursday on SPX. We can see it from here, and then we turned positive at the beginning of Friday, at the end of Friday. Sorry. Let us know, guys, if you have questions here. All right, I'll pass it on to you, Maciej, to go over matters if you are free.
Sure, let's go, let's dive. So, gold morning one more time. Let's check first what bigger money do. CTA models, where you can check in our dashboard, jump on the left side, CTA and vol models, click CTAs and boom, voila. What you get first, 4 tables later, beautiful pictures. So you can use 1 and second information to check what is going on. And we will do it. First things first. Gold going upside. Silver also growing. Palladium, the same direction. Copper, aluminum, like brothers, also. Whole metals going long. Awesome. After dropping. So let's check also what is going with Dr. Dollar. As you can see, jumping like a crazy, negative, positive, from minus 1% to plus near 1% right now in last few weeks. So it's crazy. We will navigate what is going on. Right now, after seeing what is in our table, let's check what is on our charts. Boom, after CTA droppings, green line, we are coming back. We have healthy picture. Also, we have the same confirmation on our charts on gold. On silver, after touching the new highest level in CTA position, we are coming very near to the ground where is neutral zone. And right now we have a little pop, but it's a little different like on gold. And this is interesting, and that kind of info should stay in our mind. Right now, GCJ, jet contract. Boom. Let's check what is going on. Where we are, 50.44. We was near 1 day max and blind spot 1, so plan A is simple. First resistance, 50.75 plus minus. If we cross this, another a prim call resistance. ABs, 2 spot in the same near place, blind spot. 3, 50, 35, 40 plus minus as a zone. Later above blind spot 2. Of course, we can convert GLD and take a look what is going on, so no worries. But right now, let's dive also to our whole GEX expiration. 50-50 plus minus, we are here. Above 51, later 52 as a biggest strike, another 54 between a little strikes. What is interesting, after crossing 49.00 zone, we are coming back to negative gamma regime. Here is a big window, then we will be dunked very quickly here. Later, a little support right now, building and sitting on 46.00. But this is whole perspective. Now let's check what is going on the first expiration. Today, positive gamma expiring 3.6%. The biggest strike 5K, later 52.50. Above, few strikes also with the window between 50.75 to 51.35 plus minus. So here should be acceleration very quick, and then after crossing as a plan B, coming back to negative gamma regime, this yellow line represent gamma profile. So boom, voila, we are sitting in the peak. And later we have battle between negative and little here sitting area with positive gamma regime. Main strikes from negative gamma regime 30A and later 47, 40 plus minus, later main zone as a crossing 5K to remember this. Tomorrow, another expiration with positive gamma regime. Picture is a little different. Two main strikes sit around 53 and of course 49.00. Battleground, as you can see. So here is a little noise right now from my perspective. 51.00 switch mode, positive negative gamma regime with very big supportive zone on 49.00. I hope that was clear. So right now, let's take a look what is going on GLD, where we are, what is going on, do we have similar view? So yeah, where we are coming to the last resistance, where we have drop. Right now we are coming back, and what we have here, 1 day max, blind spot 1, plan A prime, similar view, core resistance, A prime, another sample view, 2 times blind spot. It looks similar, and of course another one sitting above. So plan A should be very easy. Plan B, put support with blind spots 3 sitting around 44.55. Later, bigger zone, magnetic cluster, core resistance one day mean, HVL and blind spot, 450, 445 as a big support zone, magnetic cluster, and then take a look. If we drop, open window, and when we have something interesting below 425, but the main primary levers sitting for 10 and 400, HVL and put support. So it's very clear picture what is going on. Of course, Dr. Dollar, we are adding to this what we have. After big impulse to the upside in the last few days, right now we have correction where we are in one day mean, blind spot and GEX area, first support, later around 96.75 as a median price, we have another zone with blind spot and gamma levels, later 96.30 plus minus, put support 0 DTE. Below, later GEX. Above, of course, HVL with blind spot 97.60. Later, another cluster, one day max, core resistance, gamma wall, and blind spot 97.85.98. After crossing this, 98.3 plus minus as another zone, blind spot with GEX sitting. Boom, above call resistance. Right now, it should be very clear where we are and what we have. So let's take a look what is going on later. Silver. Right now, where we are? Between the gaps. What we have here, end of the day from silver and also SLV ETF converted here. Why? Because right now we have better picture what is going on. We can map this very quickly and having a very clear view where we have support and resistance zone on silver. So first thing first, let's map this very quickly. Boom, voila. So ladies and gents, right now we are middle of nowhere. Above, put support, HVL, one day max, 81.50 as a main price. If we cross this open gap, open window, above one day max, convert SLV to silver futures, call resistance gamma wall also sitting, so 85.20 as a main price. It should be very easy to map. But if we're dropping below, put support SLV, core resistance 0 DTE, HVL and HVL 0 DTE, 78. Then 76.6. If this not hold, core resistance sitting on 75 and later one day mean and cluster around 70. This should be very easy. What is interesting, perhaps we will get a little correction and try to build something like head and shoulders pattern or similar. But if this zone around 73 not hold, then acceleration to the downside should be much bigger. Also, we need to navigate what is going on with dollar index in the middle. So right now, SLV, silver, ETF, where we are, 72 near HVL, one day max, and call resistance with gamma wall. So above, big resistance zone. Below, HVL sitting on plus minus 71. If we drop, open gap, put support, one day min. If this cluster not hold around 67, then on 60 sitting, put support. So this should be very clear how we can work with this, how we can connect our gamma levels, our gamma positioning, and right now SEAL, also ETF with silver miners, and not only. Similar picture, after dropping we are popping up. We are sitting in the middle zone near the switch. Why? Right here we have HVL 0 DTE, above positive gamma regime, open space, core resistance gamma wall, later one day max. If this zone not hold, first support put support and put support 0 DTE, and later 1-day min. So here you also have a clear picture. You can add everything to each other. And the last thing, GVZ near 34, it gives us more than 2% move predicted for today. And silver not changing right now, 95. What it means, 8-10 near percent is nothing special for silver as a move per day. I hope that's clear. If you have some questions right now, I will be waiting. Please let me know.
No questions yet. Yeah, no questions so far, Maciej.
Okay. So I will pass right now to Patrick. What is going on indexes, Pat?
Hey, welcome guys. Let me know if you can see my stream. I think yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy Money Monday first. So man, we was getting a nice move during London session. I hope everyone was catching this who was trading the downside move. I will explain what we were seeing because I have my notes here already. But first of all, I changed to the 4-hour time frame, and then I have also some gameplay chart for you guys. But I think the 4-hour time frame will give us a little bit better overview. And for the swing trading levels, the only thing what is at the indices at the moment really interesting is on my end the Dow. And let's start with the Dow. So if you see this setup on the 4-hour time frame at the moment on the Dow, it's really interesting. So if we breaking put support 0 DTE on the Dow, guys, take a closer look. This is really nice. This could be a nice handshake, by the way. And look at the lower band and look at the lower bands here. So we have also space here. Maybe we can wait until we're coming back to the lower band and try to catch again the short. But if you get the short here, take attention on the lower band area here at this area. But we could be also staying here in the range and breaking the range and come to the 1-day min, because if we're going higher, take a closer look where the 1-day max sits. So at the end, it could be also a really great move to the upside. But for the downside, I would be love the downside move because this is really matching my box here. For the upside, we have also the boxes here. Here we go. Take a closer look here. So at the end, we have two great boxes. And as you know, we should not be fall in love in one direction, short or long. So that's why we're building always a plan A at the moment would be for me the short side, plan A on the Dow, but also as plan B, if you're breaking out here from the lower bands, going long and then try to catch the high wall on the Dow, where we're flipping from positive to negative delta and going into call resistance. So we have really a great setup on the Dow. This is something what I really like. By the way, on the Dow, I'm not so much a Dow trader, but if we can catch the trend, personally, I think this could be a really good one. Let's jump in also to our ES. For this reason, ES, NQ, and Russell, let's jump in directly on the full chain where we have our futures, where we have our indices, where we have also our ETF, and where we have our SPY. We have the same for the Nasdaq, where we're looking into, and this is what I was marked out also this morning for you guys on the Pro Room. So what we was really seeing, and this is at the moment really interesting. So take a closer look. It was not breaking call resistance CUDT. It was holding as resistance. So if we come to this area, I think this could be also today really interesting. Then we was seeing the break on put support CUDT and high wall CUDT break. We was also seeing the same picture break high wall CUDT, put support CUDT, break this morning. We was also seeing on the NQ same picture, testing the call resistance, breaking into high vol and high vol 0 DTE. Boom, was acting as support. And also take a closer look where we are now. We are testing call resistance at the moment on SPY. So this is our first test. I think this could be a really good one. And we see this also again on QQQ. This could be today our first test with the area where it was coming down on high vol 0 DT on NDX and also on SPX. Also, take a closer look to our VIX. We come near to this area from put support 0 DT and high vol 0 DT. I mapped this out as a box. Why? Because here we have all the activities, as you can see. And later, you will also see on the gameplay chart, the blind spot VIXI, how this was playing out. This is also really interesting. And SQQ, we was getting the push in this morning also from call resistance. We going into put support 0 DTE. Put support 0 DTE was holding, and now we coming also down again. This is at the end really, really interesting, the setup. If we're going into the game field where I'm trading also, here we have the 5-minute time frame. I think this is much better to developing our trading plan for today. Number one, take a closer look to our VIXI levels. And thank you, Fabio, that you put in the VIXI levels into the end of the day indicator, guys. So you have not to use any more custom levels if you're using TradingView. I asked Fabio if we can put this in the production. So we have this also now in the indicator. What you can do, here we go, converting VIXI to VIX, and that's it. And then you have this here. You have here your VIX blind spots, and take a closer look how nice this was working out today. So we have here the call resistance 0 DTE. This is our A plus setup, and it was showing up what time? Boom, 3:15, because we was open above this. 3:15, we going to the north side. 3:15, we was touching high vol on SPX, and then zoop, we flushing down. We was seeing that the VIX goes all the way up to the 1-day max from the VIX. It was hitting the 1-day max on VIXI, converting to VIX. Here we go. We have the yellow stuff here. And then all the way we jump down again. This was at this time, and take a closer look. We get a clear, nice move back to put support 0 DTE, the area where we're breaking today. And this is also at the moment the game plan for me on SPX. Number one, put support 0 DT, high vol. Can we going through this? Can we really, this time, for me, the 950 is more interesting. So the 6950. Can we stay above 6950? This is my question number one. This would be meaning we are here. And also we are going over high vol 0 DTE, and we are here on GAX2 and maybe going to new highs and taking out this area here. This would be for the long setup. This would be my plan A for the long setup. Plan B, I like the open space here. This is a really nice one. This is a nice play. This would be my plan B for the short. For this reason, we need that the VIX comes more down. Can we touch not only call resistance 0 DTE, A plus set up from the VIX? I'm also looking to put support 0 DTE, high vol 0 DTE here at 17 from the VIX. And only for the reason if the VIX coming back to the top. Let's take a closer look later to our call resistance to the 20s, the 20 psychology number on the VIX. So this is also really important for me as guidance. For the Nasdaq NQ, if I was seeing this, I was having a little bit trouble to looking into this morning, because the only thing what I was really find out really interesting is our area with high vol and high vol 0 DTE. Why? Because this is also our psychology level with 25,000 as a magnet. And this was, by the way, working out really great. And later, if we're getting again a down move, can we come to put support 0 DTE, 1 day min? This is the question. This is for my plan really A if I won't be going short here again, because I like the opening gap. I like this here to fill the space here. If we come up again, call resistance, same story what we have here with the VIX. So can we take this out? Can we attach again 25,500? What would be also meaning really sure, can we come back on the SPX to 7,000? But this is at the moment what is in my mind. First, can we fill the space again? Also here, and then later coming down on SPX to BL1 and 1 day min. Think about blind spots supporting the gamma levels. We have also blind spots here supporting the gamma levels. Or if we have here really a box to box trade and hanging around. So this is at the moment what is in my mind personally. If we're going also into the stocks, because this is really interesting again for our time frame. Number one, what is for me interesting to know, especially for the market when the market will be open, what's going on with Microsoft. Microsoft isn't on a critical area now. So can we really hold now this area here? It's not that big anymore, but can we break out? Or come we down again, and let's see what would be happen at put support 0 DTE 1 day min again. So this would be for the short side what I want to see as reaction. By the way, the 1 day min put support 0 DTE if we're getting more momentum. So downside if the market will be crashing, if the market will be going up. So what would be happened? Here we have our 1 day max, but above we have also our high wall. If we really get momentum to the top, what would be happen at high wall? Can we break out from this box? This would be really interesting, because if we're going on the daily time frame, here we go. As you can see, we are on the decision area. Let's take out the gamma levels for a minute. We are at the moment on a decision area. Here the box, it's really the area where we are going back. Full, by the way, here the gap going back to the top, or we breaking and falling down. And this is also really interesting for the market. So if you're looking for a second confirmation based on one of the Magnificent 7 indices, and think about, we have 0 DTE expiration now. So Monday expiration would be also today on Microsoft. Really interesting for this positioning. But now let's go back to the 4-hour time frame, because not only Microsoft is really interesting today, we have, of course, NVIDIA. Let's jump into NVIDIA. I will make this a little bit bigger, because NVIDIA, I think, could be also really interesting for us guys. As you can see, why is this interesting at the moment? Because we have a clear decision area, and this is here. What would be happen if we coming back to this range? Did we get also the breakout coming to call resistance? Or if we touch this and then we fail again, coming back to the downside, here we go. What will be happen with NVIDIA? This is at the moment really also one of my biggest questions, especially for the indies trading. Because at the moment, we're staying in a long-term range. Yes, we're breaking out one time, but again, this is for me and range. And look at this, Tuesday, we have really soon also NVIDIA earnings. We'll be staying in the range doing the earnings, before the earnings, and then if earnings comes, we have a clear direction, or that we will get a pop to the upside before earning. So pump and dump maybe, or if we falling down, and then if we get earning, we come back again. So NVIDIA, Microsoft, for me at the moment, one of the most interesting stocks. Yeah, I was talking a long time about Apple, but Apple, man, It is also really interesting, but I'm not focusing so much on Apple. Why is this also interesting? If you take a closer look here, we are also in a decision area. If we are now at the top and we are looking more for the downside, let's see what the market will be doing. So will be Apple also fading, or will Apple be going much higher again? So at the end, Apple is for me interesting, but not the number one. Why? Because I have the feeling we are now here again, top of the top. So that's why it is interesting, but not really on my focus. Meta, yeah, I was also taking here the short. As you know, we was talking about this very often last week, but again on Meta, nothing has really changed in my mind. So we have potential if we're coming to the 1-day min, some nice area, because this where we have at the moment our gamma levels from call resistance USDT to 1-day min. What we have here, basically, this is our bigger decision area. If we're coming here to the top, coming back to this area here, or if we fail, come we down to this area here. So that's at the moment our real clear decision area. So basically we are in the middle of nowhere. I'm waiting more that we're breaking out from some of the boxes on Meta so that we can see something. But at the moment, it is not on my focus anymore, because I think Nvidia and Microsoft could be much more interesting at the moment. This is from my side, guys. This is where I'm focusing on. Again, Dow is at the moment really interesting. If we can get the short, plan A, plan B for the long. And again, it's really matched up with our swing trading model. About Magnificent 7, we was already talking about. Take a closer look again where we came from, where we was dropping, especially here on this area on SPX. And last but not least, for our planning area, we was already talking about this, what we're looking for. And on my end, if you have no questions, let me know, and I will pass this now to you.
Thank you, Patrick. Amazing analysis. I think we have a couple of questions. Can you show how to add levels in DXY? I can also do it. I don't know if you have it there. What do you guys normally
Sure,
use
no worries.
for DXY? I'll pass it on to you, Maciej, 1 second.
So, to having labels on dollar index, what you need? Think a little bit what is going on in dollar, how it's built, and after making a homework about that, then you will know how to use euro futures contract. Then use, for example, end of the day levels, blind spot, intraday levels, but for futures are right now not existent. Swings also, and then you can jump and exactly use what is important. 6E provider CME. No one else. CME, because we have labels for these futures. And then you are converting to dollar index. For example, on my charts, are using dollar index provided from TradingView, and voila, you have blind spots and end of the day data right now on your charts. What I use, auto conversion, and for me it's okay. I'm not changing this.
Awesome. All right. We have a question. Maybe this one is for you, Patrick. When prices break, put support or 1-day minimum area, and then come back with put support or 1-day minimum, act as resistance or act as an acceleration area.
It really depends on the market movements. So I would not fall in love in one of both areas. So I would be more neutral to see how the price reacts. So you think about today, it can be work like in the one direction, and I would say yeah, what you're saying first will be correct, but next week it could be changed completely. This is why the market is not 100% or not easy to predict. We have always opportunities where we can take. We have probabilities, but that's it. And at the end, we must looking into the real-time data. What would be happen in the market? What would be an economic calendar? Think about, we have CPI, we have NFP, so we have so many events this week again. For this reason, it can be today like this and tomorrow like this. So there's no real answer where I will be say yes or no. No black or white. Sorry. But I think we have something in our pipeline what can be help you a little bit, Fabi. Maybe you can talk about this a bit.
Yes, absolutely. So we are going to have a couple of major releases, one in March and one in June, and we are working on back testing of the levels to provide you your daily plan so that you can understand the probability of success of each of the levels based on current market environment, and you can use that to potentially plan your day and understand how to react. So that's definitely being worked on, and is really a really exciting development that we're going to have this year. So stay tuned for that, but that's coming for sure. What's also coming, Patrick, is we're going to have swing levels and all the other option models on futures. So term structures, Q, swing levels, all of that stuff. So that's also very exciting. And then, of course, we're going to have some major redevelopment of our app with the real-time data, real-time infrastructure. So stay tuned for that as well.
Amazing.
And then, of course, in March, we're going to have some major upgrades on Queen. So we are very, very excited about this. So stay tuned. We're going to have a special event for that. So, guys, if you are interested, just sign up, create a free account, and you'll be notified for any events that we're having in March.
100%.
Man, sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. And remember, guys, today we have also our aftermarket price action, our recap. So where we're looking into what was working great, what was not working so great. So yeah, we can looking also in the models and also in the levels again when the market will be closed. I know it's easy to say backwards, but again, we have always our plan A, plan B, plan C. Me, Maciej, was sharing this with you guys. And yeah, if you want live trading with us, we are in the pro room next week, not this week, next week, Friday. We also live here with you guys for the OPEX. So this will be also really amazing. Did I miss something? I don't think so.
Yes. One little thing.
Let's go.
That in our program we have sometimes a special event and special guest, Patrick.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, we have a special guest. Big shout out to you, my friend. I will don't name it now. Yeah, we have a special guest.
High five.
This week we have a special guest. Yeah. We want to talk about how you can scale as a trader. And yeah, you're right. Today is accountability session. 100% right. This is today. On Wednesday we have masterclass. No, yeah, Wednesday. Oh.
Yes, Wednesday masterclass, Pat. No worries.
Yeah, I'm on the weekend mode. My brain is on the weekend mode, by the way.
No worries, Kofa.
I have the Super Bowl hangover.
Not destroyed you? Okay, coming back to the
I was promised that I don't talk about this. So.
But this is your promise, not mine.
All right. Okay,
guys, ladies, gents. So, in our pro room, we have also few extra sessions for our pro traders, like we was mentioned. Also special blogs, sometimes special events and special guests. So, if you wanna join, you are more than welcome from our view. Right now, do we have some more questions?
No, I think we're good. Yeah. So I pasted the link, guys. If you guys want to join our pro session, our pro group, you can find the link there. You can also create a free account if you want to access some of the tools. So stay tuned there, so you can join our free account. But if you want to join the masterclass, the live session, then pro can be for you. I pasted the link there, and and then next week we're gonna have some live trading here, like Patrick mentioned. So we're going to be live on YouTube and X. But if you want to join our daily session, then join our pro team, and you'll be able to trade with the guys live every day.
Not every day. Sunday and Saturday we have, of course, free. But
Of course.
from Monday to Friday we are here for you guys. So.
But we know markets work, so no worries. You have updates on
if
our
they have
dashboard.
24/7, if they
And
have
you can ask Queen.
24/7, if they have 24/7, we have a problem.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys, have a good one. See you later.
Thank you.